Welcome to Left Brain, Right Brain Podcast Season 2. We made it somehow, and it was amazing. I've got Willie, who's technically a right brain.
Yep. Hell yeah, right brain.
And I'm a right brain too. And today we have a very special guest, Stevie Williams, a.k.a. Stevie whatever from Clown. Stevie, how are you?
It's me.
Stevie, to people who don't know who you are, but everyone knows who you are, can you tell them a brief summary of yourself?
Well, I guess I'll go backwards.
Yeah.
Probably my most notable achievement in the field of creativity is being the singer of the band Clowns.
Yeah.
You know, we started that band when we were teenagers, and it's basically just been like an adulthood journey from teenagehood until I'm 32 now. And yeah, we just, I don't know, we're a band. We tour Europe a lot. And from that, I guess like I've kind of launched my own little projects from there, all the people that I've met in the music industry and stuff. Like now my other main hustle is I'm a DJ at nightclubs. Oh
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was meaning to ask you about that actually. So you're a DJ Hannah Montana? Is that the official?
No. I go under Stevie whatever.
Stevie whatever's DJ name.
As my DJ name, which was already my Insta handle. So I was just like, whatever. That will make sense.
Yeah,
I do
right.
have punk rock Hannah Montana in my.
That's where I got it from.
In my Insta bio.
Yeah.
Which I feel like kind of sums up my life pretty good.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So I'm not going to ask you any boring ass questions.
Great.
If they are boring, well, we haven't prepared shit. But yeah, going off the top of my dome, I saw you talking about indie sleaze. Mm-hmm. And I was fascinated to hear you talk about it. A hardcore punk person. Obviously, you're a multi-talented, multifaceted person.
Yep.
Everyone is. But I'm interested to see, you were looking into the Indie Sleaze 2.0 reboot.
Yeah, it's purely a conspiracy on my end at the moment, but I just
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just predicting it. You know, I mean, we all know that culturally, music for the last few decades, really, it's been going around in circles.
Yeah.
Indie Sleaze has left the building like 10 years ago, and now there's these artists that are popping up and gaining a lot of popularity who are definitely referencing the indie sleaze era.
Yeah.
And getting super popular. And I don't know, I just feel like there's a fuse just waiting to be lit, and I predict that the fuse actually has been lit by the Dare.
Yeah, you reckon that it's the Dare, not Charlie?
The Dare the Dare produced the Guess remix on so it is kind of the Dare.
True.
I think Charlie is definitely like leaning into that indie sleaze thing, and Brat was obviously like one of the biggest albums of this year. It's an excellent album.
Awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it maybe started with the Dare.
Did you listen to the Dare? I did. But did you listen to the Dare before Charlie?
Nope. I had no idea who the Dare was. Yeah.
Because he was around for a little bit before, like 2 or 3 years. He was just kind of in New York, and because I follow Indie Sleaze on Instagram, and so following that page and kind of documenting, and he was like talking about how the scene was kind of dead and how it wasn't really popping off, and then all of a sudden the Charlie XCX thing happened.
Yeah.
It's a pretty unlikely pairing.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is,
but
perfect that the perfect blend, the final product, that Guess remix, that, in my opinion, that's like the best song of all the songs that Charlie has put out this year, including all the remixes and everything.
Did you ever experience an indie sleaze in Australia? Did you experience Australian sleaze in your time?
I'm going to be showing my age here, but yes.
Excellent. No, because I've heard rumors. I mean, I'm 28. I'm not far from you. What years was it?
Well, I graduated high school in 2009. Yeah. And that was, indie sleaze was in full swing at that stage. Yeah. So I had no concept of what nightlife was like before it. I just entered right into it.
So you took indie sleaze for granted?
I just thought that's what all nightlife was.
Yeah.
It was before me and will be after me.
Yeah.
Now I've come to realize that, and maybe even more so, things just change and trends pick up, and then, the scene of your heyday ends up being the nostalgia of the new day. But yeah, I definitely behaved like a teenager at many nightclubs listening to the Strokes and LCD Sound System.
Well,
and stuff.
LCD is the best band of all time.
Yeah,
honestly.
they're-
Like,
Yeah, it's cool. I'm here for it. I'm here for an indie sleaze revival. It's kind of similar to the emo revival, which really popped off like a couple of years ago.
yeah.
You know, like I never would have predicted that emo would come back like that.
Yeah.
You know, I guess it never really went away, but it really exploded in some. Now you got emo nightclubs and stuff like that. Was not a thing pre-pandemic.
Was TikTok like the main thing that made it explode? Oh, sorry, mate. There we go. Yeah, do you reckon it was TikTok or like?
I don't know. The first thing that when I realized that there was this resurgence going on was actually in 2019. Clowns got booked for the Download Festival, which was supposed to happen.
Oh yeah.
And I got cancelled.
Yeah.
But My Chemical Romance was the headliner, and I remember thinking I was like, okay, My Chem, that's obviously a huge band, and been a fan. Actually, before that, I was like, yeah, I like My Chem, like I like a few of their songs, but I wasn't a diehard fan.
Yeah.
And then just the reaction from it, I was like, wow, like. I mean, my initial reaction was like, Download in the UK, like that year, Metallica were playing 2 times, and I was like, we have a one day Download and My Chem are the headliner. I was like, is that really comparable? But just judging by the response, I was like, wow, like, okay, they are.
There's such a big fan base for emo. And it's never died. Like, emo people were probably just sad that they had no representation.
Yeah, they were already sad, and they got sadder.
Yeah, because what indie... Have we ever had, like, an Australian Strokes?
Australian Strokes. I feel like, actually, Australia in that era, like, kicked ass. If you're thinking about, like one of my favorite bands still to this day is Blue Juice.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started. You know a person's got good music taste if they fuck with that shit. That is exactly right.
Yeah.
That's our equivalent.
That was huge in Australia.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of bands were kicking ass at that time, like Art vs. Science were out.
Was that like Powderfinger?
No,
Jet?
it's like
Art
vs. Science, like synth art rock.
Yeah, they were almost
true.
like an electronic act, but they were a band.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like Prodigy?
Like a live... Sorta?
There's nothing really like it, to the point where if you play around on the synth sometimes, people compare you to Art vs. Science.
But like Little Red as well, like remember them? They were...
The Rocket song?
Yeah, they got number
MGMT,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Number one Triple J Hottest 100 when that came out.
It's crazy to think how different that scene is here. Because we really must have... the indie sleaze thing still hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Because we don't have that, right? Not saying that Triple J fucking represents the hottest new things in music. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, fully.
I think we need to change our music genre for Dole and just make it completely...
well, I'd say Dole is like indie sleaze adjacent for sure.
We are getting that. That's actually good.
But I mean,
we are kind of getting
that's the thing is like you do want to like stick true to what we're doing before a movement comes into place. You don't want to just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna change my fucking hat, change my shirt, and go out like.
Yeah.
Or you can if you know how to do it.
Yeah, I kind of feel like to really truly ride a wave like that, you probably had to be doing it beforehand because you love it, and then hit
fair.
some sort of like lucky strike.
Yeah, you have to kind of... I've heard someone compare it to like surfing. You got to put your board in the fucking ocean and wait for the wave.
True.
Totally. I've been waiting for a punk revival in the same way that we had an emo revival.
Do you reckon we had that?
Nah.
Because we only had like 3 bands.
That was my ticket. That was my that was my lottery ticket.
When I talk to people about punk, it's like 3 bands get mentioned. It's you, it's Clowns, it's Private Function, and it's Amel.
Yeah.
And I can't think of any... I'm sure, obviously, like, on different levels, but that's like the big 3, I would say.
Yeah, well, Amel definitely had a huge pop-off, didn't they?
Yeah,
So,
but that was more of a single band affair. They brought a few of their mates with them, do you know what I mean? But I didn't see... I guess we have to kind of see, what does it look like, you know what I mean? To see a scene
maybe
blow
Coffin,
up.
I guess.
They were
pretty big as well.
And they were Amel adjacent as well.
yeah.
I think it's like a true scene is when maybe the people decide, right? Then when the bands decide that they want to bring their mates along.
Something weird and invisible just happens in like the cultural zeitgeist when it happens. Like you know when it happens. But yeah, I don't. We didn't see like punk nightclubs popping up. We didn't hear like punk bands getting blasted on the radio and stuff.
True.
And like Amel, they're a fucking great band, but like maybe in the sense of punk that I was talking about, I'm talking like skate punk and like, you know, like they're obviously a punk band and an awesome band, but yeah, I think they sort of bleed over a little bit into just like rock as well.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And
Hard
like
rock, classic rock.
Yeah.
When I know you guys are like European icons, and you guys play there a lot. Have you played the US a lot?
Yeah, we've done 3 tours of the US, I think. We gave it a fair whack, but it was just a much harder beast.
Harder to tame,
Yeah.
I think, it's interesting because the US obviously birthed the indie sleaze thing coming from there.
Yeah.
Like New York in the 2000s, like 2001, like all that kind of stuff. I know a lot of Aussie bands that tend to do well in America sound very Australian. Mm-hmm. I do wonder, I've used the term Ausploitation before, going back to Mad Max. And just the way that, I don't want to say bogans, but like Australians are represented and represent themselves.
Yeah.
And one thing I do like about your music is that it doesn't go there.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's ever gone there. You might obviously tell me that that's like what you were leaning for, but you know what I mean? Like I hear like a band being itself, not trying to just do the Aussie thing.
Yeah. Ausploitation, that's a funny term.
And maybe that's
coin.
why it's harder to break into the US, because US loves that shit.
Yeah. Well, you know, like I do think that there's some sort of weird, like in Europe and America and all around the world, really, there's some sort of like weird fascination with Australia and like when
what is it? Yeah. What is that place?
Yeah, totally. It's like this because we're a Western country, but we're like super far in the East.
It's
you
like,
know, we're kind of like the unlockable hidden level of, of music or
we're
something.
the bizarro UK.
I've also got this theory that because Australia is so far away and it's so small, that Australian bands indirectly spend more time like writing songs and in the studio rather than just like touring.
Yeah, right.
True.
Because it's hard as fuck to tour.
Yeah. Well, you tour, like we can do a national tour and have it over and done within a week, and then we can't do another tour again until we've got some new music out. Whereas like if you're in the States, like fuck, you can just keep going. You know? Like it's actually... It really opened my eyes, like when we started internationally touring, I'd be like, whoa, like the rest of the world is like this? Like, oh my God, you know, like city after city with millions of people and only like 4-hour drive max between them. Like if you
Do you think it's better over, or, I mean, like, do you prefer like living in Australia, or do you reckon like the scenes, and it's probably a hard question, but like.
Honestly, like knowing what I know now, if I could go back, I would encourage clowns to move overseas. And
Seriously?
Yeah.
At which point during the last 10 years would that have been?
Like after our second European tour.
And why is that?
Because like there's just so many more people over there. There's so many more cities, so many more opportunities to play.
Yeah.
It's like if you think about it metaphorically like a petri dish or something, like you drop a song and the bacteria can spread like way further and it's easier to make money because there's more people, there's more cities, there's more people. It's just it's just easier. Obviously, Australian bands can still break through, but the ones that break through like are doing something like way different. Like bands that are in Europe, like some bands that fucking suck get huge, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, people can make shit music and get huge?
What do you mean?
I don't mean for that to sound rude or whatever, but they have a better predisposition for sure.
Right.
But I think also like just geographically and culturally, like that's why people love Australian music, because the ones that break through are like the creme de la creme.
Yeah, true.
So I love how we're like talking to you. It's like a guru, but we're the same fucking age.
Yeah.
It's like if you, I mean, do you want to go? Would you go now to the US?
I did want to go. I almost did.
Really?
Earlier this year. And I fucked up the visa process, basically.
Oh,
so you wanted to move there?
I was going to move there
Which
for a
city
couple
did
years.
you want to go to?
I wanted to move to Berlin originally.
Berlin, the USA.
Oh, well, in Europe. I'm not going to move to the US. I would consider moving to the US if Clowns was like growing in popularity the same rate that we were in Europe.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think I prefer to live in Europe anyway. Like, America is a shit show.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about all our American sponsors?
Yeah. Yeah, and look, I think any like level-headed American who comes across this podcast would probably tend to agree. Like,
Yeah. Bro, I was watching an interview with Val and Soho, and they were saying they had a really hard time in America, like just breaking through with all the radio and stuff. I was like, that's interesting because they're fucking obviously massive in Australia.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's interesting that they're really big in Australia. I mean, I suppose it's the Aussie accent or whatever, but I'm surprised that like Amel got big overseas and Val and Soho didn't, but like I would have thought that they would have gotten just as big overseas maybe as Amel.
But you know, also like I think about Amel, and I was actually I hadn't really expressed this statement before, but I was getting a haircut and beard trim the other day, as you do.
Fuck yeah.
When you're a rock and roller. And the hairdresser who used to play in lots of punk bands back in the day, lots of new wave bands in the 70s, we were talking about Amel, and he goes, it's like Blondie. And it is, but Blondie when it was a punk band. And I'm like, of course, and it makes sense that America would have an easier time digesting something that they've already experienced in a different way. Like there is a bridge that kind of connects the Oz part and the punk part. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, true.
Which is weird because didn't Australians technically invent punk? Like, didn't we? What are they called? Is it okay? I'm gonna fuck this up. Saints or the Angels? Which one's the one that the guy passed away recently?
That was the Angels.
The
Angels.
was.
Oh, maybe someone from the Saints died as well.
Fuck. Now there's one of those dudes. The song "Know Your Product."
Oh yeah, that's the Saints.
Okay, so the Saints technically, I don't have a person to fact check, but I know it's in like that time where Iggy Pop and like the Stooges were coming out.
Because I thought it was for the Ramones was like them first.
Yeah, I know, but yeah.
I could be wrong there. I don't know.
Yeah, well then people are like, oh, well the Ramones were heavily influenced by Iggy and the Stooges, and the Stooges, I mean, actually my punk knowledge kind of ends there, but I'm sure Iggy and the Stooges were influenced by someone else, like who really created punk, you know. I think it's one of the most heavily debated topics. That's a great
cool
way to start a fight.
That's a great claim to fame.
Yeah,
we claim so many things in Australia. I'd love to claim punk rock. That's how the punk rock thing starts.
I think I listened to an interview with Ed Cooper, and he said that he listened to the Ramones for the first time, and he was like, oh my God, this band's ripping off our sound. But I think the Ramones actually predated the Saints, and it was just a coincidence.
Oh, no
I
shit.
think that's it. Yeah, I don't want to like piss off
I listen to a lot of punk
punks.
rock podcasts, but I can never pull the knowledge out when I fucking need it.
Yeah.
It just goes nowhere.
Whatever, that was ages ago.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck?
I just listen to Northland guys. I don't know what the.
I'm like not even a punk anymore. Like the
Really? What are you listening to these days? Like,
oh man, you know what song
question.
I've been obsessed with for the last week is "Vampire" by Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, let's
you're
go!
on the Olivia Rodrigo train.
I'm doing the pack down for that tonight. Fuck yeah!
It
yeah.
is.
If you got any messages that you want him to pass on to Olivia,
Yeah.
Can you get me on the
Yeah.
guest list?
Done. No worries. Easy. I'll just give her a call after
you
this.
like
It's fine.
Vampire? That's what's doing it right now.
Yeah, when because I really loved like when that song "Good for You" came out.
Yeah.
I just heard it and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then I looked into Olivia Rodrigo and I was like, oh my God, this is a Disney, like a ex-Disney artist.
Yeah.
And she just released this awesome song. And then the new album, like I just been paying attention and being like, this is not usually the kind of artist I would like really like. Like I might like it as a good song, but I wouldn't. You know, like you go to her gigs and it's like all like preteens and their mums.
Yeah,
you know, like that's a kids band. But I mean, credit paid where credit's due. I was like, this is awesome. And the new album didn't wow me so much, but I played Vampire at one of my DJ sets just last week, gone. And it's funny how this happens. Like when I'm DJing, I'll just play a song because maybe it's not my favorite song, but I know that the crowd are gonna like it.
Yeah.
And just being there, listening to the whole song through without any distractions and watching so many people love it and sing along to the hooks, I was like, oh, nah, I get this now.
Yeah.
This
Fuck yeah.
This is a great song.
That's actually a really good way to know like what's like. I guess learning empathy through music is just like learning why someone likes a particular song. Usually we're quick to go, no, that's my taste in music, and that's my taste. But if you're DJing, you're watching people react in unison. So you're like, oh, so that's that particular drop resonates with them in this particular way.
You know what else kind of sparks my interest is about like this song Vampire. Like nobody in at the Tote when I go there, like I'm the only cunt that listens to Olivia Rodrigo. You know?
yeah.
I mean, you'd be surprised. They just don't admit it.
Yeah, totally. It's either just me or there's other people and everyone's too ashamed to admit it. But like if some local artist wrote Vampire, it would be huge. It would be huge. Like,
you reckon the song translates universally as a good song? Like,
it's an incredible song, and it's not even like a song for kids or whatever. Like the lyrics are great. It's great.
It's funny. I'm a drum teacher, and I had a student like want to learn one of their songs, and I forgot what song it was, but we were working on it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I was like, oh, let's like listen to some of her other stuff. You can learn some more of her songs. And then I listened to like 3 more of her songs. I was like, fuck, I think I'm a fan. Like, this is sick.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of got onto it.
Totally.
It's fucking awesome.
I think I still need to get into my Olivia Rodrigo phase. I've kind of, it's that contrarian in me that just, you know, when something's really, really, really popular, I'm just like, oh, I'll stay away. But then it'll fucking reach you no matter what. Like, I was at ABC shamefully, you know what I mean? What am I doing still going to ABC? But I was there and fucking, I kept telling my mates, they kept going, have you heard of Sabrina Carpenter? Have you heard of Sabrina Carpenter? Is that her name?
Yes.
Yeah. The other Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say Disneyfication, but no, they were in Disney. They're not.
Disneyfication, Exploitation.
Exploitation.
You are studying a master's in communication, aren't you?
Masters in conspiracy. And I was in the toilet, just, you know, as you do, having a piss. Classic shit, yeah. And it came on through the speakers. Like, you can't fucking avoid it. But I'll tell you what, I've been working a lot of corporate jobs lately, and I've been forced to listen to music, but it's like corporate. It's not corporate rock. It's corporate solo artists.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever worked a job where you're like folding clothes or you're stacking boxes and you just have to listen to this shit? It's like like some Guantanamo Bay. Actually, I should retract that. It's like some like fucking prison tactic shit.
Yeah, what were you saying before about not getting cancelled?
We don't have any sponsors in Guantanamo Bay. But yeah, like there's a certain kind of I don't know. Those songs are written with a particular purpose. I would say there's no such thing as a good song or a bad song. You know, it's subjective.
I agree.
But there's songs with a song can be written as propaganda while you fold your clothes.
Yeah.
A song can be written to hurt you with monotony. Do you know what I mean? So I can understand that Olivia Rodrigo is not that. To yours defenses. Because it doesn't have that same effect, you know? It's probably just a good song. I just need you guys to point out we know which parts are the good ones.
Yeah.
We
Maybe
can
write it down, annotate it somewhere.
We'll help you with that.
Thank you. I think another thing that really sunk me into it was I was going through a breakup and I was just running and my iPod was on shuffle, or my Spotify was on shuffle, and Driver's License came on.
Let's go.
And that song is a song written for teenage girls, for sure. But I don't know. I was in a emotional state and I was running and I was getting all my energy out and I was like, oh my god.
it reached your frequency.
Yeah.
True. Okay. I wanted to ask you, you're a vocal teacher.
Yes.
And okay, for the record, I listen to a lot of music. You should check out my playlist. Nobody follows them, but they got a billion tracks of all kinds of music. I've never heard anyone scream the way you scream.
Sweet.
I feel like, have you measured it on like some scale for like a Guinness Book of World Records for longest scream? Because I mean, there's at least three of your tracks. In Bad Blood, there's that one. I can't, obviously you know which
Play
one.
Dead.
Yeah. Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like you're screaming for like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Like straight without breathing. Do you have to become a vocal teacher? Because otherwise, not a vocal teacher, but you have to study it, right? Because if you scream like that and you did that multiple times, you'd lose your voice, right? You would like forever. You would like fuck up your voice forever.
I think, well, you would, but I also think unless you're applying the proper techniques, like you actually just can't.
You can't hit that.
You can't do it. So, yeah, I think before you ruin your voice and fuck your life up.
Yeah. Who was your teacher? Who's your sensei? Sensei of Scream.
Good.
I started singing, my escapades into singing started in high school, and it was because when I was in high school, I was just that like super motivated band kid and completely hyper focused on being a musician, like getting the fuck out of school and So I was always like rallying my friends and being like, all right, for your birthday, you got to get a drum kit. For your birthday, you got to get a bass guitar. We're all going to have a band practice.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to be the singer. And this is such a typical story. But
actually legit.
Yeah, nobody wanted to be the singer, and I was like, for some reason, hectically motivated. So I was like, look, I'm just going to learn how to sing.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
So I started doing like singing schools, and I was in like the choir at high school and stuff, just like honing my craft and getting better and better at it. Then leaving high school, we started clowns like immediately, and I started running into issues maybe like a year or two in because my voice was just dying. I wasn't really sure why.
That would be pretty scary, I reckon. Like being like, oh fuck.
Yeah, well, this is the good thing about punk music is that like when your voice is dying, like it's punk. So.
Until it dies. I played like 3 shows back to back in one night, one time, scream my fucking lungs out.
Yeah,
it was fucking scary when it got like not when it's like hoarse. You're at the footy and your voice is hoarse, or when you're at Olivia Rodrigo and your voice is hoarse.
Yeah,
when your voice is fucked and you can't speak. And you have to use a fucking... you guys are like nervous right now as I'm telling you the story. It's like you have to use a pen and paper to communicate.
Yeah.
Or like charades.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's when it gets fucked.
Yeah, and it's important at those times not to catastrophize the situation. Like it's so simple to be like, oh my God, like I've got the vocal nodules now. Like my life's over. I can't sing anymore. But it comes back. It always comes back. I've never...
You just need to rest it, right? For a proper time.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up for like 5 days.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
Comes back. And it comes back stronger too. Like it's a muscle. So, you know. Is it a muscle? Well, it acts like a muscle.
I've seen you... you're a pretty like built guy.
Thank you.
No, because I'm also Sick Madness t-shirt, by the way.
Cheers.
Do you feel like... Also, I'm going to segue into that without even addressing the built part. But
you can compliment me more.
Thank you, bro. I don't know what else to say. I've run out of shit to say. Do you feel like many people know that band here?
I think a lot of people know them. And I think a lot more people know them, but they don't know that they know them, you know?
Yeah.
Because Chemist Warehouse used a
think
variation of...
Fuck, are you serious?
Chemist Warehouse in the middle of the street.
Oh,
is that what that shit is?
Yeah.
Oh.
And also, I think there was like a toilet paper ad that used "It must be love."
They used to do advertisements themselves.
Probably.
Remember that kids one? There was like, I mean, none of us were raised. It was like YouTube. So
That's so interesting. A punk band got like...
That's not punk.
What? Is it not punk?
Punk
Not
ethos was
Punk?
ska.
Yeah, it's ska.
Oh, shit.
Do you know what Madness is?
Nope.
Do you know who the Specials are?
Nope. I know that song about the toilet paper song, and I know the Office Works one that you were just
They
doing.
have some other great songs.
yeah.
Madness, yeah. I mean, I know a lot about them through when artists cover them. Like Lily Allen's covered the Specials, and fucking Blur's covered the not even covered, they played it with them.
Yeah.
There seems to be this weird tie-in between like those, and I would say they're very punk artists. They just don't play punk rock.
Yeah, they don't play punk rock in the sense of like, I mean, what we were referencing before.
Yeah.
But I think they're definitely a punk band. Like they're adjacent. Punk ethos for sure. And ska, you know, they're not really like ska punk. They're just, I don't know, what are they?
Ska punk. They're a good band. Like they're second wave ska band.
Yeah.
There's also a really good one that's touring here now called Bad Manners.
Okay.
Fucking awesome shit.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, ska's not everyone's cup of tea. You know, we've lost members over ska riffs. It's hitting too close to home. And it's one of those things, it's like if you ever oil paint and use black, well, ska's like that. It consumes everything. You play one ska riff and the whole fucking audio is ruined.
Yeah, I wouldn't call myself the biggest ska fan, but there are a few exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
But once they start wearing fedoras, I'm out, basically.
Do you have a Jeff Rosenstock hat?
That is a Jeff Rosenstock hat.
Fucking hell, that's a good combination.
Let's
go.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I really love ska today, don't I?
Yeah, he fucking loves ska.
Sorry, I gotta go home and change.
Yeah. True. Okay, now that we've dealt with that shit, we'll go back to him being built bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you sort of, as a performer, like how many shows are you playing a year usually? Like a lot, right? If you're touring.
It's cooled down over the years. Like we're honestly just all getting a little bit older and tighter.
At
And
32?
Yeah.
Really?
32. Yeah.
Fuck, I need to go hard the next 4 years.
Well, you know, like when you're building lives and building your future, it's just not always the most easy thing to disappear for 6 months of the year and continue to play gigs. And like when we do that mainly for fun, like it's become a part-time income for sure. But you know, at some stage we're just like, okay, let's just do the good stuff and you know, not worry about doing 10 shows to 100 people in scattered different spots in Germany or whatever. Fair. We'll just go over for the big festival and then come home.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Do you work out in order to keep that shape going?
I went on a fitness journey at the start of COVID. And again, I think it was maybe just an age thing. Like I was just getting older and realizing that I wasn't like working as agile as I used to.
Yeah.
I had all this free time. So I started like running and like working out. And it was kind of funny because like at the end of 2019, I was noticeably just like getting weaker and like tireder, and the whole thing was grinding down on me. And getting through a show was hard. Like I could still do it, but it was hard. Then I spent a year locked up in the cage, basically.
Hell yeah.
Just not prison, to clarify.
In my room. And I started just like focusing on fitness and like being healthier and stuff. And then when we played our first gig back, I was like, whoa, this is like a night and day difference from the last gig that I played to post-COVID. Like I've just got more energy. I'm just stronger. I've got a six-pack now. You know,
Let's go.
Do you still have the six-pack?
Nah. I did for like 3 months, and I was like, damn. Yeah. But then I started drinking again and whatever.
It's a particular type of workout, though. I know, like from one frontman to another, it is like there's no exercise that's kind of like it. It's kind of the worst exercise in the world because you're not doing one thing for long enough. You know what I mean? You're just kind of moving around. I mean, you do all sorts of crazy shit. Like we had our drummer. Because we're both in the same band. Our drummer...
So good.
So you like swing a fucking microphone once and it hits you in the head?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that, or you concussed for that?
Which time?
Oh, you know what? Foo Fighters.
Oh, yeah. It hit me in the head?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Must have hit me pretty hard.
Yeah. Shit. Damn, do you have to buy your own lead? Is that like a signature move? Because I've tried that, but it's like flown off and like hit people.
Yeah, I tape it up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So duly noted.
Yeah.
I'll definitely do that next time.
No, I don't have my own mic or my own lead. I have before, but then I'm just like, I just don't need this. Like some vocalists do it because they don't want to sing into the same mic that other vocalists are to avoid like getting a sore throat or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm a grub, so I don't give a shit.
Well, our microphones are exceptionally clean.
Yeah.
Hell
right.
yeah.
We have a person that comes
Mine
in
isn't
and cleans
anymore.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, we've just hit the halfway point, so let's take a quick break and we'll be back with Stevie from Clowns. This potty is sponsored by Nighthawks Bar, a neighborhood bar with awesome staff, friendly owners, and a great beer garden that's always playing sick tunes. Check out their website and Instagram right now. We're also sponsored by Bodrigi Beer, a locally focused brewery heavy on all things art and music. Check them out at the Abbotsford location for an awesome time any day of the week. This podcast is also sponsored by Thin Slizzy, serving Collingwood and surrounding suburbs the tastiest pizzas since 2020. Head over to thinslizzy.com to see for yourself. Now let's get on with the show. And we're back after the shortest break ever. We're all just super recharged and energetic today. We all got our 8 hours of sleep. I wanted to ask you about the last record, Endless. Mm-hmm. Would you say, can I consider that like an upbeat record?
Okay.
It's like a positive record?
Yeah. Yeah.
About a pretty hectic subject, which is death.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't so much about death as it was just about end, you know?
Right.
Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Because death is a form of end.
Death is a form of end.
Yeah.
But
get that on a t-shirt.
And immortality as well was kind of a central theme. So it was, so it wasn't necessarily about death, but about like perseverance.
Right.
Interesting.
Do you believe in immortality?
No. Yeah, I feel like I'm like agnostic in that way.
Agnostic,
like I feel like there's something that we just don't know. But I believe that people die, and maybe you come back. Maybe, I don't know.
There's I asked because when I was listening to the record a few days ago, I couldn't help but think about theories. Like you said, it was like a perseverance record. It's like we're gonna survive, and to me, I was like, okay, either this guy believes he's gonna live forever, which he might, or it's there are theories that say that. This is gonna go into such a fucking tangent.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Basically, there's like string theory, theories that suggests that you never die.
Yeah.
And that's why I was asking, because I wondered if you came across that and wrote an entire record about it, because that's fucking sick. You know, the idea that some people around you die, but you don't. But obviously, if you get decapitated, you're decapitated, right? Like, how would you?
I believe we're going to go deep now.
Excellent.
I kind of believe that, you know, death is just like the separation of the mental energy and the physical body, and that, you know, and they say that energy, you can't destroy it. It just like transfers into a different space. And then from there on out, I can just speculate, but I kind of believe that like the energy of your body or the soul or whatever just goes into some sort of different space, and it's like floating around and doing stuff. And you can, I believe that you can like observe the physical world from there. That's where you have people having like spiritual experiences and...
is that like when people say like, I've heard some people say like when they're like doing just about to die and then they get like saved or whatever, and they say that they like have like these like visions of like what their like life, I don't know, like,
that was like your body
history.
and your mind like separating almost, and then it just kind of like sucks back in.
It'd be such a wild experience.
And the reason I think this is because purely it's like statistical, like so many people have had spiritual experiences that I think it's actually impossible that something like that doesn't exist, if you know what I mean. Like, if it was just like one motherfucker like thinking that that's what happened, then I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But they're like, I mean, I've had my own spiritual experiences. Like, you don't have to look very far to see them. And I think just because it's not explained by science, like that doesn't fully mean that it doesn't exist. It's like we just don't have a theory for it.
Well, we don't even have a theory for like why we're even here in the first place, right? The Big Bang, it's like, well, then where did that come from and all that shit?
Totally. We don't even know what light is.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's scary.
We just know how to turn it on.
We know how to use it. We know how to utilize it, but we're just like...
Thank God. Otherwise, how hard would this potty be? In the dark.
Shit.
You know, what you said reminds me of that Have You Seen This Man thing. And they made it into a Nicolas Cage movie recently called Dream Scenario. Oh. But you know, there's this guy...
I know the one, yeah.
And you've seen him in your dreams. He goes, have you seen this man? Have you ever seen him in your dreams?
No.
Thankfully. I've never seen him in my dreams either, but everyone sees this guy in their dreams.
But
that's a different thing, though. Like,
that did spook me, though. When I first saw a photo of that man, I felt really scared.
It's a scary-looking dude, but...
I have no memory of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe there is some sort of like spiritual explanation to it or whatever. Or maybe I was just scared about the concept that like we've all seen this man and we can't fucking decide. I mean, he looks familiar, but I can't definitively say that.
You haven't seen him around Fitzroy?
No. He looks a bit more Chapel. Actually.
You know what I really brand guy. I really wish I've seen him at Revs actually a few times. I really wish that we had like a call line. Not a helpline, because we wouldn't be able to help anybody. I feel like Stevie can help people, but I don't think that you and me can help people.
No, I got nothing.
What's that saying? Help yourself before you can help others?
That's true.
Facts.
Yeah, straight up.
But it'd be cool to have people call in and be like, have you seen this guy? Yes, I've seen that guy, and all that shit.
True. Cool. I was going to ask you about too. Do you watch many podcasts and stuff?
I watch the odd podcast.
Do you watch the Downbeat podcast?
No.
It's like the guy from
There's
a sick European band called Stray the Path. I don't know if you listen to those guys, but they're like a hardcore thing, and the drummer runs his own podcast. He did the guy from Royal Blood recently, the drummer, was really sick. But he was talking about how like there's this whole science into it. But he was looking into like because you have like a really high dopamine level when you're playing a show and stuff, because obviously like he's having fun and stuff. And he was saying that after he has shows, he has to like take heaps of supplements and do ice baths so that like when he drops, or like when his like dopamine levels like drops below the medium level or whatever it is, he did kind of keep it like at a level thing. Do you have any like weird post-show stuff like that where you like, I don't know, you work out or take an ice bath or something?
Well, the post-tour and post-show depression stuff, that's something that I'm like a pretty vocal about. I don't think it really gets spoken about enough, or even really gets spoken about sometimes as if it's a real thing.
Yeah, I only heard about it like, I only talked about it for like 5 minutes, but I was like, damn, like that's like, I feel like that's like a real thing.
Yeah, chemically, you know, like when you're Our old manager told me about this actually, and it was good. It was the first time I had this conversation. I was like, "Damn, I'm so glad somebody is like understanding like what I'm experiencing," because you only truly understand if you tour a lot, you know.
Yeah.
But when you're playing a gig, especially if it's a big gig, like a pivotal moment, pivotal moments in your career, like. That adrenaline rush, you know, that you're getting, it's
fucking amazing.
It's nothing, it's nothing like any normal person experiences day to day. Like they experience it if they won the lottery or if they're like vintage shopping and found like a jacket they've been looking for.
Or if they put on a cool suit.
Yeah, totally. But like when you're a musician, you get that like just about every day. And your brain gets used to all the adrenaline from the show, all the dopamine, all the rewards. And then like on top of that, you get off stage and there's people there and they want to fucking put a little key under your nose and like take you to a nightclub and stuff. And it's a wild ride and it's awesome. Love it. Life making for me.
Yeah.
But it comes to a complete grinding halt, you know, like you fly for us, we spend 20 hours on a plane, come back to Australia. And then, it's just you get withdrawals from it, you know, like it does. You actually get like sad and like depressed and stuff. And for a little while, it really fucked me up, to be honest, because I couldn't identify it. I was like, why is this happening in my brain, basically? But now that I'm aware of it, like I can take proactive measures. Like I do try to like calm down. You just got to write it out and calm down. But it's also the reason why a lot of musicians struggle with addiction problems and stuff, because you know that they get used to their life being so exciting, and then you come home and then you want to keep it there, you know. So you start going out all the time, drinking heavy, you know.
True.
Doing like, you know, look at fucking rock stars. They're doing drugs. They're like cheating on their partners. They're just doing whatever. They're chasing that dragon.
Would you say the culture's changing now? Because, like in music, because there's like more awareness of it. Like people are, I don't know, drinking or taking drugs less. All the musicians are taking drugs less because they know about that.
Maybe there's just like a greater awareness around it. And because it seemed like, I mean, I wouldn't know from my own experience, but like back in the 90s and stuff, like they treated the labels and the managers just treated their artists like they were animals or something.
Just literally like animals.
Keep them on the fucking road. Just, you know, make them work super hard.
It's like laboring shit.
Give them as much money as they fucking need, you know, like just rot them basically. And now look at them, you know, like I feel like musicians from the 90s, like you either get completely sober and turn to God, or you're like in rehab or something, or in the ground by now, you know, like.
It's probably like fighters have a similar thing. Like I watched an interview with who's the guy who lives in New Zealand now? Anyway, he was like, oh, like no one's ever gonna feel like as good as I like feel after like winning a fight.
Like heroin, like same as heroin.
Well,
I've never done heroin, but
shout out to heroin.
I assume it's probably better because, like, not heroin. I mean, like the show.
Thank you for clearing that up. We'd have to re-edit that
because it's like you're actually doing something that is progressive in your life as well. Like you're taking a career step, as well. Whereas like heroin's just like, here's some nice feelings for a little while, and oops. You had to sell your car to get that, you know?
Do you feel like you've learned to become a bit more meditative in your processing of feelings?
Oh man, I've definitely calmed down over the years for sure.
Yeah.
There was a little while in my life where I was like, holy fuck, my dreams have come true, you know? Like I get to, you know, we're not the biggest band in the world, but I get to like travel like multiple times a year, play these gigs, have friends all over the world, like play these songs that I like, and
kicking ass.
Do you feel like being able to leave Australia enabled that feeling? Because if you were just doing it here, do you feel like it would get a bit claustrophobic? A bit burnt out?
I feel like it definitely opened up a new dimension of it.
Yeah.
You know, because Australian bands, like when they get super big here, they only play like once, you know, a year, if that. Or you got to downgrade your venue sizes and do all your like rural stuff, but you're not selling like shitloads of tickets to those, or as many tickets as you could if you just made it like one powerful punch.
Yeah.
And for most bands at like a local level, rural shows are the biggest waste of fucking time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
we
sometimes.
played sometimes, but we played one actually topically next to the Ned Kelly, either the Burial or the Birthplace. I couldn't fucking tell you which one, but it's a Ned Kelly town, Tanswell Hotel, and all that stuff. We played there in winter. I swear I saw like in The Shining when there's like those two like
the kids,
dude. Sick.
Yeah, true. You did a thing on Ned Kelly. You have a whole song on Ned Kelly.
Yeah.
What is it about sort of Ned Kelly that made you want to do a whole song about it?
Well, the origin of that story was, I mean, Endless is our 5th album, so, and I kind of have always been hellbent on not making the same album again.
Yeah.
Like I always wanted to upgrade our sound or move it in a new direction for our own enjoyment, but also I guess they're the kinds of bands that I like as well. Like I get sick of hearing a band's classic album just sort of like recreated for many years. And I had this idea like ages ago to do a spaghetti western meets punk rock track.
Yeah.
Actually, I was kind of I kind of just like realized that spaghetti western is kind of like thrash metal. Like there's lots of like.
Do you fuck with the old ones? Do you fuck with your Morricone? And your Morricone, like your old like spaghetti western, or as like a theme?
Not really, nah.
Yeah, you gotta check that shit out.
I didn't actually really like thrash metal either.
Really? No shit.
I like it now.
Interesting.
I like it
Wow,
now, but yeah. I was just like, hey, they're like the same genre. I'm just gonna like write some music to see if they sort of blend. And I had a few ideas and like laid them out and brought them into band practice. And as we were writing them, we were like, this isn't really a song. This is like a soundscape. You know, this kind of sounds like it would be in a movie or something. So we just lent into it and was letting the creative juices flow. And eventually we're like, okay, I think we're going to need to do spoken word over the top of this for it to kind of make sense. Like I don't want to, I can't imagine any hooks or like narrowing this down into a song. And so we thought about making it a spoken word thing, and we've always been online mutual admirers with the motherfucker from Case File.
What's his name, the guy?
I'm not supposed to say.
Wait. Is that because... No, I'm not trying to get something at it. Is that because it's supposed to be anonymous?
He is anonymous.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we've narrowed it down to a he.
So yes. I can let you know, his pronouns. But
oh my God.
That's about...
It could be anyone in this room right now. It could be you.
Sprung. So he's completely anonymous, and that's a very serious thing too. I mean, Case File is a huge podcast, and he started like when podcasts when the advent of podcasts came in, he was like, oh, and I like true crime, so I'm just gonna like do this true crime podcast at home. Sick. Little did he know he was doing that thing we were talking about before, like true crime podcasts were about to explode in popularity, and he was already there.
So he was already ahead of that curve.
Yeah.
How long has he been making podcasts for?
Must be over 10 years now.
Yeah, because now we're having, I was talking to Willie about it, we're having the potty sleaze, you know what I mean? Podcast sleaze.
Hell yeah.
It's a really interesting medium, and I've always said that it's not about the medium, it's what you have to do in the medium, right?
Yeah.
The songs have been around for a gazillion years. You can still be excited about music if you do it in a new and creative way. But okay, so we won't know who he is. I haven't listened to the podcast, but he has an incredible voice.
Yeah, he's...
timbre?
Yeah.
You can't train that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And not only was he like poised in this like perfect position for his product to explode, but it's just a great podcast, and he's a great presenter. And he wants to be anonymous because he doesn't want it to be... He wants the focus to be on, the crimes and the victims and like paying respect to them. Because at the end of the day, some of the stuff he's reporting on are like crimes that are still open and still happening, still developing. And, it's about that. It's not about being this like superstar podcast guy.
Yeah.
Even though it's a fucking great podcast.
Yeah, they seem really humble about it. Like, that's awesome.
I actually met him once.
Oh, so you know what he looks like.
I do, but before I do now, but even when he was on he did tell me his first name. He never let me know his last name, like when we were collaborating with him, and he never came into the studio.
Wow.
And we spoke on Instagram DMs, and then he emailed the file of him telling the story to us, and then we just like put it into our Pro Tools session and just
Sick.
chopped it all up.
Sounds spooky.
That's
it was
pretty
really
fucking
cool.
cool.
It was really cool when we were releasing, because we were like, we just collaborated with this motherfucker, and I don't even know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
And also, what was I gonna say about him?
But you met him?
Yeah, I did meet him. Well, he doesn't live in Melbourne.
Whoa, that's another thing.
Yeah. It's not
We're
really
down to
narrowing
5
it down.
billion. We're down
down.
to 5 billion. Like,
Yeah.
And
Guess who?
then one day I was just at a particular gig that we were playing, and he was like, Stevie. And I was like, what's up? And he was like, beep. I'm
Yeah.
beep.
I'm the guy.
And I was like,
Oh.
oh my God.
God. Yeah.
Why? This is becoming a true crime podcast in itself. How the tables have turned.
Yeah.
But why do you feel he came up to you and felt the need to do that? Taking a risk.
I guess we know each other.
Well, you didn't, but you knew. Like you knew his essence.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Okay.
Sick dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. Damn.
Yeah, because I know true crime podcasts have been like all the rage for a little bit now.
Yeah. True crime is just another genre that experienced a rapid rise in popularity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I'm all about it.
I wanted to ask you about your label, if that's cool. So your label, Damaged Records.
Yep.
I actually have one of your. Fucking
that's sick.
The green,
Yeah.
the green thing. I was gonna wear it today, but it's kind of lame. You know, I'm not gonna be the guy wearing your fucking shit here. You know what I mean? We can animate it in later. We do animate some of these videos as well. But yeah, so can you give me a brief rundown over that label? Like the is it Inception or Concept? No, Conception is when you make love, right? And you make
Oh, yeah. Shit.
Inception of that label.
Or maybe it was Conception.
It could be
Shit.
both.
Yeah.
So when we started, we got signed to a record label in Melbourne called Poison City.
Of course.
And they're awesome and still running. Shout outs. And I think at some stage we just decided that we wanted to run our own label.
Right.
You know, like Poison City, if you go back on their history, like Andy, who played in A Death in the Family, they were on Resist Records, and he basically did the same thing. I feel like there just gets a stage in a band's career where there's a lot of benefit to doing that.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to like quit in a ball of flames and take your back catalog or whatever. Like
Yeah.
we left all the records that we released with Andy with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, under no contract as well. So he just we just do right by each other, and he represses it when there's demand or when we're on a tour. He's got a huge back catalog now.
Yeah.
So, and you know, handshake agreement, and he's like, good luck, you know, like I hope you do well. And
Fuck yeah.
we kind of just modeled it off of the same thing, you know, like if we run our own label, we know we can put a Clowns record out on it, and we know we can predict that Clowns record might sell this much, and then we'll make this amount of money, and then we can sort of like invest that into bands that we've become friends with on tour, or you know, and then bring our friends' bands on tour, and then they sell their own records at our shows, and we're kind of like making an extra.
Yeah.
Because we've had the your label and someone else's label come up, and we had Pizza Death on the show a few weeks back, months back, and they were just talking about how like in today's day and age, like the smartest thing you can do, and you can confirm or deny this now that we have you here, but like is like obviously being in a band is one thing, but being in the band doesn't usually, for most bands, pay all the bills or any of them for a long, long time. Does a label help in that regard? Would you recommend a band starting up now to start their own label?
It depends. Like I think it's a measure of control that any band can take. Like if you don't have $1 million record deal on your desk, then sure, like start your own label and you can release your own music, and I guess like be in the same pot as any band that has a record out. I'm not necessarily like for or against labels. I think what you've got to do is just find the right deal, strike the right deal. Yeah.
It's different like now than what it was back in the day. Like we were talking about how rock stars are treated by the labels, but it's kind of like that. Like back in the day, I feel like a label could do a lot more than it can now.
Labels, like independent labels, just have infinitely more power now.
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, like, you know, everyone bought their music from CD shops, when I was growing up anyway, CD, but pre that it was vinyl. And to get your records on the shelves of these like major shops, like you had to go through a major label or at least a really big label. People were still independently making their own records and like creating their own buzz and stuff, but it was through independent stores and stuff. Now every motherfucker's just listening to shit on Spotify. You know, like if you write a song and don't even do a physical release and for some reason it strikes a lucky chord, then you can go up to like however many monthly listeners, just purely because people have access to it. Whereas back in the day they didn't have the access. So
because when you started, it would have been what
2010.
And what was happening then? Tame Impala.
Yeah, Tame Impala was big.
Tame Impala was big and about to get real big.
Yeah, this was like that was pre-Spotify. You know, that was pre.
It was 2010 pre-Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify came in like I don't remember the exact year.
14, right?
Yeah, I think
Something
we
like
had our music on Spotify in 2015. I think that's when it. Yeah.
It was like the only song. It was like when U2 had their song on iTunes and forced people. Yours was the only option on Spotify.
I just remember in high school I used to make like a bunch of fake emails so that I could get the free month subscription before you actually had to pay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did that
it's
for
a great
like 4
system.
or 5 months. I was like, this is sick.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
I just made $50.
yeah, straight up.
Yeah, because are you a CD or a vinyl person or?
I don't know. I've just kind of like moved with the times. Like I collect vinyl, but I've actually got too much vinyl now.
Really?
So yeah, but I'm
You just want to give it away?
I'm pretty
Give it
attached.
away
I
to
don't want to
people
give it
that
away.
You're looking at right now.
But I can't really get any more. Like I need to get like a bigger shelf or something.
How many vinyls do you have?
I don't know the exact number, but it'd be over 500.
Shit.
What's your most precious one?
I have an original pressing of King Gizzard 12 Bar Brews.
Oh yeah,
that,
fucking excellent. I've got the cassette. Yeah.
Which has inflated in price a lot.
Really?
Since I
it's
bought
one
it.
of those.
Yeah.
Because a King Gizzard fan
Yeah.
would fuck that shit up.
Yeah, fully. Yeah. Like specific colorway, hand numbered, and I got it for like $20 at their launch, which was at
Really?
the Corner Hotel, and I just held on to it.
Damn.
You were at that launch.
Yeah. I used to go to uni with them here.
Oh, really?
shit.
Yeah.
Because everyone has their kids stories, but you went to uni, like you did the
At
same thing.
RMIT, which is where we are, obviously. And yeah, like
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was in the same course as Lucas, but we've kind of, like, well, I don't know, we haven't, maybe we're still pals, but I haven't spoken to him in, like, 10
Lucas,
years
if
or
you're
whatever.
listening,
Yeah, hit me
come
up.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to do some classes together, and, like, I know the other guys were floating around and stuff as well.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool that both of you, like, just started your...
What did you used to study? What was the...
Music industry.
Oh.
Yeah, I did the BA music industry course. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Would that course, as it was taught then, hold up now? Did it hold up then?
Not really, no. I was actually like thinking that on my way here because, you know, when you let me in, I was like, yeah, I used to come here. Like it's just a trip being back. And I was pondering to myself, like, I wonder how much that course really helped. Like a lot of the stuff that I did in it, it's really hard to quantify if it helped or not. Like I think my attention was fully focused on music, and then, you know, a bunch of my friends and myself as well, as we left, we sort of had a lot of passion, and all of our careers started growing in different directions. And like now, like, you know, my friend Josh went and started a really big booking agency, and like, he's still a good friend of mine. So maybe it helped, but it doesn't really give you like a qualification that allows you to become
Not a
a
lot
music
of people
industry.
in the industry have a qualification.
No, yeah, music industry is a great place to go to if you don't have a qualification.
Yeah.
If you're nifty, then you'll do well, and also if you're a psychopath, you'll probably do well.
Lots of those.
It's funny because I did audio engineering at Collarts, and I reckon that was like I'm glad I did that over performance, I think. Because at least like I got a bunch of skills on like how to record, and I was like, well, cool. Now I can like record an album at home, which is pretty fucking sweet. But I think maybe that's a bit harder if you just did like a performance course. Because like I mean, I suppose they probably teach you good like performing techniques, but I don't know. I think it was more useful for me to like figure out performing on my own, and then just like do the audio shit.
Yeah.
At the course, which was cool.
Yeah. It's hard to say like what's worthwhile and what's not. I mean, I've been to like shitloads of gigs that were not worthwhile.
Yeah.
Or I played shitloads of gigs and I was like, that was a waste of time. But then one in every 10 or 20. Like,
You get that good one.
you
Yeah.
get the good one, you know.
Yeah.
So
Just like people.
That
yeah,
sweet
totally.
dopamine hit. Yeah.
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 Sweet, dopamine.
Yeah.
Do
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Do you find that a lot of the bands that you came up with are still kicking?
A lot have dropped off. Yeah. Who is still kicking around from that time? Maybe like Drunk Mums. Like we were
Same era.
same era of local band.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Who else? I don't know. Not a lot. Not a lot.
Do you feel like the scene is more supportive of musicians coming up now? Or was it more supportive back then?
It's more or less the same.
Yeah.
I reckon. Yeah.
Back in the good old days, even though it was just
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
I found it got weirdly better after. I'm just curious how you guys went with it. I reckon it got better after like COVID. I know like
Really?
the four. Well, I don't know. It's weird. Like M Swim or myself, whereas the other band. I mean, like I reckon it was weird. Like I feel like way more people started coming to our shows after COVID, and I don't know why. I think maybe people were just like bored and wanted to kind of get out more. But like I don't know. I feel
But
like
could that not just be like that you were just more driven?
Maybe,
I don't know.
because
People
I didn't. We did a little bit of writing during COVID. Yeah, I don't know.
I
Yeah.
reckon,
Yeah.
like, what I sort of noticed is that, like, pre-COVID, I mean, it was almost the same as it was now, but then, like, we had that little, like, I call it, like, play lunch
Yeah.
during
Yeah.
the break in between the COVID times when everything was, like, open until they fucking shut it down again.
Yeah.
But I think during that time, like, people were just horny for live music, you know?
Yeah.
For everything. Everything was fun. Do you
yeah.
remember
Yeah.
when they let us out?
Yeah, totally.
Dude,
yeah.
I went to the park. I was just like, you know, like, my dopamine levels were going crazy.
This
It's like,
is
Yeah.
living.
Yeah.
I used to, this is not related at all, but I used to go in Sandringham Beach. I used to look at the Westgate, and I used to like go, I'm gonna see my friend on the other side of that Westgate one day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna build the confidence,
Yeah.
the swagger to get in my car and not get arrested and make it to the other side and see them.
Yeah.
Dude, that was one of the best days ever. It took me 3 months to build myself the confidence. I went over and I saw them. Fucking sick, but I feel like we are, coming back from that, right? It was such
Yeah.
a big release. And just, like, not even, what's like present day nostalgia called? Like when you feel it, not when you're looking back, but you're experiencing it. And is that a thing?
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah,
feeling
there's a word for it. Yeah.
it's probably nostalgia. And I'm probably using it wrong, but
No, because that's
Present day nostalgia. Is that just
Yeah.
like gratefulness?
yeah.
Yeah.
Living in the moment, or I don't know,
yeah,
that's-
being present. I
Yeah.
guess like I was just hella fucking present.
Yeah.
and now there's this dip. It's like the post gig thing you were talking about. It's this dip of like, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A moment of kind of reflection or
It
depression.
was almost novel, you know, like when
everything was fresh.
Yeah, and now it's just gone back to like what it normally was. Plus, add Cozzy Lives on top of it. You know?
Yeah,
so,
that actually, you know what,
Yeah,
that
true.
sums up this entire year, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that can be put into that category of like, this is why things are the way they are now. We
Yeah.
don't have the money, or even if you have the money, we live in preposterously terrible, like living. I mean, compared to other places in the world, probably, you know, a lot better.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm from Argentina, but I've lived here most of my life, and I got told the other day that the average doctor there makes as much as like a taxi driver here.
God damn.
And the rates is, it's not, you know, if you go over there with Australian dollars, you're balling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
What are you
'Cause
doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
Saving up for that plane ticket.
Yeah, same up that, yeah. Cool, true. Okay, well, we've hit actually a little bit over the hour. Before we wrap up, is there anyone you'd like to shout out, anything you want to plug, or anything you want to say to the average listener?
Nah.
That's it.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em, dogs.
Just whoever's listening, enjoy yourself.
I like
yeah.
that. Cool. All right, we'll go with that.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. Well, we've been Left Brain, Right Brain podcast. You don't have to say anything, Willie, but you can
Yes,
say
good.
something.
No, I'm
cool.
good.
Yeah, thank you, Stevie, for coming on.
No problemo. It's awesome.